Right. So sorry. So again, we have to postpone the class. Right. So because maybe next week also we need to postpone to the same time. Yeah. Because already finished with the video. Yeah. But it takes time to edit the video. Yeah. So really sorry about that. Okay. um. So let's look on the assignment. And so your assignment 2 first. Let me share this. Hold on. And so sekejap ya, so saya tambah screen. Okay. So let's look your assignment 2. Yeah. So do you have any problems with the assignment 2? Something which you don't understand or something you want to ask? Ada tak? Ada soalan tak untuk assignment 2? So you don't have to worry. Alright, so there are some element which you still haven't learned yet, right? But you will learn in the near weeks. Yeah. So for example, login and registration database, or you will learn in the next video session. Yeah. And then button save to measurement to Microsoft Excel, you also learn in the next week. Yeah, so don't worry about that. So you have any question first? Ada soalan tak? Semua dah biasa buat apa ni? Quantity off. Biasa buat tak quantity off? Rubrik ada. So nanti saya akan share lah. Ya, so rubrik. So drawing canvas tu sama macam painting apps ni. Mana ni? So something like this lah. So you can so you can draw something and so on. Yeah. So ini mungkin saya akan tunjuk in next lecture lah. Ya. So saya akan tunjuk macam mana nak gunakan. Okay, ada soalan tak? Pernah, you all biasa buat quantity take off kan? Yang guna dimension paper tu. Ya? Hello? Boleh dengar tak ni?
Boleh doktor.
Alright.
Doktor, maksudnya kita refer dimension paper tu macam kita buat calculator tu lah, based on dimension paper tu.
Konsep sama macam you buat calculator tu lah, ya. So cuma you nak kena design the template. Yeah, so you need to design the template based on the dimension paper tu lah. Ya, so sebab so tak ada lagi program yang macam ni. Ya, so biasanya memang buat quantity take off ni memang guna manual kan, nak guna drawing paper. So which mean this will be the first program lah untuk quantity take off. Yeah. And if it's good enough, right, so I might be able to show it to the faculty and they might prefer to use for the other student lah. Mungkin next year or next semester mungkin kalau bagus lah, ya. So kalau you punya apps tu bagus, so mungkin dia boleh guna untuk buat measurement, boleh jimat kertas dan sebagainya lah, ya. So but you need to do it you need to do it creatively lah, yeah. So creatively and make sure that the application is functioning properly. Okay. So suppose excited, so memang tak ada lagi program macam ni, ya. Alright. So sama saja macam you belajar buat calculator tu, ya. So apa you nak kena design? So you nak kena design dia punya layout. Ya, so you biasanya ada nama, ada tarikh, ya. So depan sekali biasanya ada apa? Take off list, betul?
Taking off list.
Taking off list. Ya, so you boleh includekan juga. So mungkin untuk taking off list you boleh gunakan check button. Ya, so check yang mana ada, so yang tak ada tak perlu check dan sebagainya. Ya, so that's depend on how you design it. Yeah, and then you also need to have a layout. Yeah, so what you call a quantity take off layout. So you ada so nama atas, tarikh, ya. So kemudian you ada item apa, and then you ada description kan, tulis description, and then you ada drawing canvas untuk you lukis apa-apa ke. Ya, so depend macam mana you design. And then you tak perlu nak buat banyak-banyak. Ya, so you just buat satu baris saja, mungkin satu baris saja you untuk you type statement, untuk you lukis, you nak letak harga ke apa ke, ya. And then you press the save button, ya, and then those statement, those drawing will be saved into the Microsoft Excel. Ya, so dah duduk satu baris. Kemudian so tempat yang you dah tulis tadi yang clear, ya. So you clear the entry box ataupun apa-apa yang pakai kat situ. And then you tulis balik untuk the next line. Ya, so you tulis lagi, you lukis lagi, you kira, and then you tekan save button, and then it will save below the previous line you save. Ya, so dia akan letak bawah macam itulah. So itu yang saya nampak lah, ya. So macam mana you nak buat, so itu depend on your creativity, ya. So hopefully saya boleh cover semua apa yang perlulah, ya. Okey tak? Boleh nampak tak macam mana?
Boleh doktor.
Apa ni?
Boleh.
Boleh, ya. Alright. So bila you buat application macam ni, so memang dia akan depend on your creativity. Ya, so you kena faham macam mana nak buat. So kalau untuk yang minggu macam ni kan, so you tak boleh proceed lagi, so you design lah dulu. So design dahulu layout dia macam mana, and then you draft sikit ataupun you tulis sikit algorithm dia apa nak kena buat selepas ni, ya. So algorithm, you tahu kan apa dia algorithm, dia punya prosedur. So macam mana nak buat, so kalau klik this button apa jadi dan sebagainya. Alright, so next week bila you dah belajar database, ya, so you dah boleh buat login and registration. Right, so you boleh include dalam you punya application lah. So sikit demi sikit, ya. So memang saya tak boleh nak buat apa sebab you tak habis belajar lagi kan. So memang setiap minggu you kena ada progress, ya. And then kalau you ada masalah apa-apa yang tak boleh buat, you can ask during the class lah, Ya, so tak perlu risau. Ya, you dah buat, and then you cakap, kenapa tak boleh macam ni kan? So you bring that problem into the class, and then we will discuss it together. Yeah, so I will try. We will try to solve the problem. Ya, so sampai jadilah. Okay, tapi janganlah you tiru you punya kawan. So memang semester sebelum ni pun atau tahun-tahun sebelum ni pun memang saya biasa tangkap orang yang meniru ni. Ya, so saya boleh nampak macam mana dia tiru, pusinglah macam mana pun. Ya, memang saya boleh tangkap. Ya, dan kalau saya tangkap memang rugi dekat you all lah. Ya, so you dah hilang separuh markah dekat situ. Ya, so try to do it yourself. Ya, so buat sendiri. Walaupun you tak bagus sangat, tapi at least you punya marks based on the total marks. So based on 30 markah. Ya. So kalau you tiru, you dah hilang separuh markah dah dekat situ. Ya, so rugi. Ya. Okay. Alright, ada soalan lagi? So date and time display ini senang. Ya, so nanti saya tunjuk. Ya, so macam mana nak buat. Alright, so login and log out, you akan belajar in next video session. So save button, you akan belajar the other weeks. Yeah, so probably. Okay. Ada lagi soalan kat sini? So, ataupun kalau you nak cepat, you boleh refer pada ada references lah. You boleh refer dekat YouTube, you boleh refer dekat Google. I think you already have the basic knowledge macam mana nak buat. So you can read the other people project source code and then try to learn from there lah. So kalau you nak cepat, so kalau tak, you just follow the lectures. So pun boleh, tak ada masalah. Okay, so from what I can see here, so the program should be simple. So memang simple je. So layout pun simple. So kita tak nak yang grand sangat. Sebab apa? If possible, I want to use your application. So I want to show it to the faculty. So if they impressed with it, so they might consider to use it on the next academic session. So mungkin. Alright. Okay tak? Okay Ada soalan lagi?
Doktor, minta maaf gangguan. Itu video session 2 punya last video kan, Doktor ajar itu insert itu gambar kan.
So insert gambar?
Saya tak dapat insert.
So you tak dapat. So to upload the picture, so there are different ways, and we can use photo image, you can use image only. The one I show you need to use PNG image. So you tak boleh nak guna JPEG, so try to use PNG image.
Saya sudah convert kepada PNG type, tapi masih tak boleh.
Tak boleh juga. So tak apa. So nanti lepas kelas, ujung nanti you tunjuk. So saya cuba tengok. Okay Right. Okay. So we done ya? Ada soalan lagi tak? Tak ada ya? Alright. So if there is no other question, so let's go to our last week video session. So we already create our, what's this? Alright. So we already create our own calculator. So what do you think about it? Senang ke susah?
Senang. Senang. Yes.
Senang je kan? Alright. So did you ever think that previously that you can do this on your own? Pernah fikir tak sebelum ni boleh buat calculator sendiri?
Tak pernah doktor.
Tak pernah.
Tak
Ya.
pernah.
So actually, so it's quite simple. Yeah. So if you understand the procedure, if you understand the process, you can do this kind of application every day. Yeah. And in fact, most all of the application in your laptop or your computer, you can do it your own. Yeah. So if you understand how the process works lah. Yeah. So for example, so we have paint as a painting. Yeah. So what else we have here? All right. So calendar. If you want to do it your own calendar, right? So you can do it. Yeah. So, but you need to understand the process. Yeah. All right. So, from previous lecture, which part you did not understand? Ada tak? Yang you tak faham?
Doktor, boleh explain pasal yang global variable tak?
Apa dia? Oh, global variable. Global
Ah.
variable. Yeah. All right. So good question. Yeah. Because global variable it's really important for you to understand how it works. Yeah. Usually, right? So when we create a function, yeah. So when we create a function, all right. So we cannot pass the variable from function to function. All right. So dia macam di dalam kotak, yeah. And then let's say dalam kotak tu you ada makanan lah, yeah. So ada 4 kotak, and so different kind of box, and each of those have different kind of food. Contohnya lah, yeah. You tak boleh nak pass dia dari satu kotak ke satu kotak, yeah. So because the box is enclosed, dia tertutup, yeah. So let's say dekat sini, ya, contohnya yang kita gunakan global. Right? So let's say for our button add, right? So we have first number, yeah. So and then bila you pergi ke button equal function, and then you want to use those first number variable, yeah. Kalau you tak declare dia sebagai global, you tak boleh nak ambil dia. So you tak boleh nak gunakan first number dekat sini. Sebab apa? So dekat sini dalam kotak lain, and then dalam ni you tak define lagi first number tu. Yeah. So how to do it? So you just call or define that variable as global. Yeah. So global maksudnya you take that variable and then you put it online. So online dekat luar, so means that every other function can use that variable. Yeah, so you buka kotak tu and then you letak variable tu kat luar. So semua orang boleh ambil. So that's how global variable works. Yeah. So you will use this a lot later. If you develop any other kind of application, surely you will use global variable. You need to define the global variables. All right. So in next video, yeah, so you will learn how to do an application for login and registration. Yeah, so macam you nak masuk Facebook kan, you kena register dahulu, and then you login, baru you boleh masuk dalam dia punya main web ataupun main page. Betul? So itu yang you akan belajar next week. Right? And then before that, you need to learn what is database lah. Yeah. So take note on that. Yeah. So try to check the video lecture later lah. Yeah. So mungkin saya upload dalam 2 hari lagi. Yeah. So saya dah siap punya video tapi tak siap nak edit lagi. Yeah. Okay, boleh faham tak global variable tadi?
Faham.
Boleh ya? Alright. So you need to make that variable available first. Yeah, so before you can use it in other function. Yeah. Yes. Alright. So now, what about the global math? So kenapa kita pakai global math kat sini? Yeah. Siapa tahu kenapa kita pakai global math kat sini? So kenapa kita define global math kat sini? Ya, siapa boleh jawab?
Sama macam tadi kat doktor, nanti dia boleh buat equation yang bersambung-sambung. Sebab nanti kita dah define math equal to addition tu semua.
Okay. So
nanti
kenapa
kita boleh
perlu?
macam mana nak terang?
Dia macam nak bezakan lah kan.
Ya, kita nak bezakan dia.
Bezakan
As
plus
a
minus
number,
divide semua.
Alright. So macam you cakap lah, ya. So kenapa kita nak bezakan dia? Sebab mostly, alright, so dia punya function ni sama je. Dia punya code ni sama saja, ya. So kita cari first number and then we call the float. And then kita delete input field. Nampak tak? Sama, kan? So we need to create a variable so to differentiate this function. So sebab apa? Kalau tak, bila you klik mana-mana, you klik equal, you tak tahu ini daripada button divide ke, daripada button multiply ke, right? So we need to create this variable to differentiate it, yeah. And then bila kita klik button equal, so kita boleh panggil yang mana kita nak lah, yeah. So let's say kalau the first value is okay, but the operation, so bila kita klik operation addition, so kita nak gunakan this formula. So first number plus second number. And then kalau kita klik division, so we want to use this formula. Yeah. So that's why we need to differentiate it. Yeah. So ini based on our creativity lah. Yeah. So macam saya cakap, so ada banyak cara yang kita boleh gunakan untuk buat calculator ni. Yeah. So sekejap lagi saya akan tunjuk macam mana kita boleh gunakan ada function, right, to make it much more simpler, ya. So untuk buat calculator ni, ya. So sangat mudah, ya. So nanti saya tunjuk. Okay. Any other question? Ada soalan lagi tak?
Doktor, yang lambda tu memang just untuk number je.
So lambda, yeah. So good point. Alright, so lambda, yeah. So lambda is one of the built-in function lah, yeah. So if you want to pass something, right, so through an event. So kat sini kita nak gunakan click event. So bila kita click that button, we want to pass something. Yeah, so number ke, variable ke, a string ke, semua boleh. Yeah. So tak semestinya number sajalah. Yeah. So kalau kita dekat bawah dekat sini, yeah, so untuk decimal button, right? So instead of pass a number, we pass a string dekat sini. Yeah. So depend lah. So sebab apa? So kita tak nak create each of this function. So kita nak buat banyak sangat function. Sebab apa? Apa yang kita nak buat untuk this kind of button, kita nak klik and then kita nak pass a fixed data. Yeah, so fixed data or fixed value. So we can use lambda function. Ya, so dekat sini macam kita nak, bila kita klik button satu, kita nak pass nombor satu. Senang. So tak adalah kita nak create banyak-banyak function dekat sini. Ya, so macam ni pun dah banyak kan. So kita nak create each of those number function. So you punya program tu nanti akan lagi kompleks. Ya, so kita tak nak macam tu. So this is we could say that this will act as a shortcut lah. Ya. So kita just call lambda and then we directly pass any value you want. Yeah. So kalau you want to pass 100, you want to pass 1,000, so doesn't matter. Yeah. Okay. So it's different with the other command function. Yeah. So kalau macam function macam ni, yang tak ada lambda, so you kena define what are the operation lah. So contohnya button equal kan. Right, so instead of passing a fixed value, right, so you want to have other operation. So you nak ambil dahulu this, you want to get the second number value first, and then you want to do this if structure, and then you want to set the answer into the input field dan sebagainya lah. So that's other difference, ya. Okay, boleh faham? Boleh faham tak?
Okay, faham.
Ya, so saya main cakap je, ya. So kalau tak faham, kita tak faham. So saya boleh explain lagi. Okay. Boleh ya? Okay. Right. Okay, so now, so we got alright, so input field dot get, yeah. So input field dot get. So input field is our entry box, right? So get method, I think you already understand. So get method means that we want to take everything we type inside the entry box, and then we want to take that value or string, and then we want to save it into a variable, right? So that's basic, yeah. So and then we have another method called set, yeah. So kenapa untuk set method, right? So kenapa kita gunakan input text instead of input field, yeah. So padahal dia benda sama kan. So let's say we call input field, yeah, and then we call the set method. And so dekat sini tak ada set method untuk input field tu, tak ada, yeah. So by using the input text set method, this is one of the options, yeah. But you can do the same you can do the same process using the input field, but you need to, instead of calling set method, you need to call insert method, yeah. So you need to call insert method, right? So this work the same, yeah. So you just insert, let's say you want to insert expression, yeah. So this will work the same lah, yeah. So apa you nak buat, so it work sama saja, ya. So mana-mana you nak pakai, ya. So cuma dekat sini saya tunjukkan input.set, so supaya you belajar banyak benda, ya. Okay, so sama saja, nanti you boleh cuba. Alright, alright, so same thing here, right? So input field, right? So we call delete, yeah. So we call delete, and then we want to delete from first index number until the end. Right? So sama saja dia punya proses, ya. So kenapa kita mana satu lagi? Okay, so expression, ya. So kenapa kita, kalau kita nak clear kan, so kita boleh gunakan input field dot delete, ya. So input field dot delete, so dia akan clearkan semua, ya. And then kalau kita nak clear juga, you can also use this command, ya. So expression kosong, maksudnya string kosong, tak ada apa, kosong. And then you set the input text dot set, and then call expression. So ini pun sama, dia akan delete semua dalam value dalam kotak tu, right? So same process but with different code, ya. So itu yang saya nak cakap, so bila kita buat program ni, tak semestinya cara kaedah dia tu sama saja, tak, ya. So depend on your creativity, ya. Okay. Okay, ada soalan lagi tak? Apa lagi yang tak faham kat sini? So I think the layout is basic, yeah. So mostly on the function, yeah. Okay, ada soalan lagi? Semua okay? Boleh? Okay. So kalau tak ada soalan, ya, so saya akan tunjukkan macam mana kita boleh buat calculator ni, ya, but with different coding, ya, so with different coding. So let me create another file. Right, so sini, ya, so kat sini boleh. So saya copy semua ni. Saya letak kat sini, ya. Alright. So sekejap, Alright. So cara yang senang. Okay? So we use different kind of function. Yeah. So for this method, alright. So you don't need to have right. So all of these function. Right. So button subtract, define, button multiply. You don't need this. Right. So we let me just put define, clear, button add. Alright, so I will comment this first, ya. So maksudnya kita tak perlu nak pakai pun yang ni, ya. Alright, so we need button clear, and then we need button click. So this is the same, and then we need only the button equal. So ini saja yang kita perlu, ya. So how to do this? So alright, so on our button click, right, so it's just the same, yeah. So you want to get the expression value, yeah, and then we want to set the expression on the input field, and so the same, yeah. And then for the button clear, so this also the same, yeah. So you just want to clear the text, right? So that's basic. So what are the difference is in the equal button, yeah. So in our equal button, so let me comment this out first, yeah. So let's create another variable, right? So we call it let's say result, right? So result, and then we call evaluate, and so this evaluate is one of the built-in function, yeah. So it will evaluate the expression that we type inside the input field, yeah. So we call evaluate, yeah, and then we just call expression. So expression like this. And why we have a red line error? So kenapa kita ada red line error kat sini? Tahu tak?
Sebab tak define dia punya function.
Kita tak define dia punya function, right? So we need to define the expression as global, yeah. So here, so global expression. Then baru kita boleh pakai dekat sini, ya. So itu yang saya cakap tadi, ya. So kalau dia luar daripada function, so you need to call that as a global variable, Ya, so kalau tak you tak nak guna. Boleh you nak guna, tapi you kena define balik dekat atas ni lah, ya. So you kena define balik macam ni, ya. Okay, so you kena define balik ke atas, and then baru you boleh pakai, ya. So same thing, ya. Cuma kalau kita define dia sebagai global, so you tak perlu nak tulis banyak kali lah, ya. Alright, and then we need to make sure that when we evaluate the expression, right? So we want to make sure that the result is set as, or it is converted into a string, ya. Sebab kita nak display dia nanti kan. So we just call a string function here. Right? So str, yeah. So what happened here? Right, so when we type something inside the inside the input text, yeah, so input box. So this operation will evaluate. Contohnya you buat 10 campur 2, right? So it will evaluate that expression, and then it will calculate it respectively. Ya, so kalau tambah dia akan tambah lah. So kalau tolak dia akan tolak. Alright, so that's the evaluate function. Right, so sangat mudah. So ini memang kita panggil shortcut. Ya, so shortcut. So kalau saya ajar you first guna ni, so memang you takkan faham macam mana nak buat your own program lah. Ya, so lagi susah. Ya, so you belajar shortcut, you tak faham macam mana the application works. Ya, so memang you takkan boleh nak buat application sendiri, ya. So sebab itu saya tunjuk cara yang susah. So cara yang susah, we develop the code, right? So based on our thinking. So kita fikir macam mana, and then kita tukar, so we convert that thought into a code. Ya, so kalau kat sini ini jalan mudah, ya. Tapi kalau you dah mahir, so you boleh pakai yang ni lah, ya. Alright, so next we want to display. Right? So you want to display the result. Right? So we just call input text, set, and then we call result. Ya, so mudah je, sama je kan. Right. So and then and then we can call we can clear the expression, right? So expression and we set it to a blank string, ya. Sebenarnya tak perlu pun, ya. So tak apa, kita delete dahulu, and then kalau perlu kita buat balik nanti, ya. Alright, so next, what else you need? Saya rasa itu saja, ya. So pendek je dia punya coding, kan? And then so right, so here, so sebelum ni kita ada function kan? So sekarang kita tak perlu this function lah. So we just pass the what we call this, the operation, or the operator, yeah. So I will copy this and change this first. Sekarang kita nak evaluate dia punya operator. So kita tak perlu nak letak komen lah, ya. So dekat sini untuk for this one, for button divide, so we just alright, so pass a division lah, ya. So dekat sini button multiplication, we just pass multiplication. Then this one we pass subtraction. And then this one we pass addition, ya. Right. So macam you tanya tadi lah, so boleh tak nak pass, kita nak pass the operator, boleh, ya. So kita cuba run the program. So try run the program. Right, so now if we type something, so 1, let's say plus 2, yeah, and then press equal, so we get 3. And so sama saja. And then darab times 9, so we got 27, yeah, so divide by 5, 22, yeah, so plus 4, and so 36, yeah. So same concept, but with different coding, yeah, so simpler coding. Okay, boleh tak? Ada yang tak faham dekat sini? Alright, so so ini yang saya nak cakap. Ya, so kenapa bila kita tekan plus banyak-banyak kan, so ditambah keep adding something, ya. So darab 6, right? So this is one kind of problem that we need to fix, right? So saya tunjukkan untuk this coding, ya. So macam mana kita nak buat, right? So because it will evaluate the expression, yeah. So bila kita klik button equal, so it will evaluate the expression. So what we need to do is to clear the expression after the right. So after after we show the result, yeah. So we call expression, and then we set it as a string, a blank string, yeah. And then all right, so right, so let's try the program first, yeah. So 1 plus 3 equal to 4, 5, okay. Yeah, so expression, so I think we need to put it another here. Right? Yeah. Yeah, so yeah. So maybe total. So number expression. Try again. Okay. Because we need to clear the expression. If not, it will keep evaluate the expression. Yeah. So 1 plus 3. So last time saya boleh buat, ya. Sekejap, saya check dulu. So button equal. So okay. Saya pun tak pasti. Ya, so last time boleh, ya. Okay. Alright. So boleh tu, ya. So mungkin untuk button kalau nilai dia tinggi tak boleh buat. Alright, so ini dah boleh. So you tekan button plus, dia tak evaluate, ya. So that's how you do it lah. Okay, so we just need to clear the expression. Yeah, so when it evaluate the next expression, right? So it will evaluate blank expression, right? So tak ada nilai dekat situ, ya. Okay. Ada soalan tak dekat sini? Ada soalan tak? So kenapa guna global? So sebab ada error tadi. Ya, so mungkin sebab bila kita call another expression, so this need to be passed to the other function. Ya. So that's why we need to call another global here. Ya.
Doktor.
Okay.
Doktor.
Yeah.
Yang evaluate tu,
Yeah, evaluate.
dia boleh pakai untuk maths apa? Maths problem je ke? Mathematical problem je ke eval tu?
Ya, boleh. Ya,
Sahaja tu
boleh guna untuk
boleh pakai untuk benda lain tak?
Ya. Cuma dekat sini, ya, so cuma dekat kita punya calculator ni, ya. Alright. So cuma untuk kita punya calculator ni, so kita just boleh buat a simple expression kan. So 1 campur 3 macam tu saja. Ya. So if you want to evaluate a complex expression, right? So you need to design your code so that you can just type the expression immediately. Ya, so contohnya, ya, maksudnya boleh type 3 campur 2 tolak 1. Ya, so sebelum ni kita design, ya, so bila kita klik 1, contohnya, ya, so clear dulu. So klik 1 and then bila kita klik plus, so it will clear the previous value kan. So cara dia, so you don't need to clear that. You just write all of the expression, ya. So dekat atas ni, so you boleh tukar, ya. So button click, so global expression. So you don't need to get the input field. So this one you don't need, right? Okay, and then so our expression will equal to expression plus item. Ya, so ada lagi tak? Okay. So cuba. Right, sorry. Dekat button plus. Sekejap ya. Kenapa dia stick clear? So kita klik button plus. Sekejap ya. Expression plus item. Dan saya kena fikir dulu. Saya pun dah lupa, ya. Sebab sebelum ni kita klik, kita nak clear dia kan. So itu suppose kita letak dalam right, so dalam sini. Right, so but those functions still working. So saya tak pasti. Right, so suppose bila kita run this, so expression right, so plus item. Sorry. Expression is not defined. Okay. Alright, sebab boleh, ya. So mungkin tadi problem masa kita convert those expression, ya. Alright, so 1 plus 3 tolak 1 contohnya, ya. So you get 3. Right, so you can evaluate this kind of expression lah. Right, so macam Ravi Dev tanya tadi kan. So suppose it should work. Right, so kalau you nak guna punca kuasa 2, right, so power of 2 boleh pakai, ya. But you need to add those buttons lah. So dekat sini kita tak ada button kuasa 2 kan. So you kena tambah button kuasa 2 dekat sini. Ya, so kalau nak letak square root, you tambah button square root dekat sini lah. Right, so dan sebagainya. Okay. Ada soalan lagi? Ada soalan lagi? Alright. So kalau tak ada soalan, yeah, so I will end today class here. And for the next video lecture, so I will upload into this lah, yeah, so into this. Saya rasa 2 hari lagi boleh siap. And probably our next discussion class mungkin kena postpone ke hari Khamis jugalah, ya. Okay tak? Okay tak semua? Kalau postpone hari Khamis ataupun if you review the video lecture a little bit, so you can conduct our class on Monday, yeah. So untuk next video session tak kompleks sangat, yeah. So cuma you kena create the application lah, yeah. So you try to review it first, yeah. So if everyone has already finished with reviewing the video content, then we can have next class on Monday, ya. So kita tengok nanti. So kalau semua tak sempat, so mungkin kita kena ubah ke hari lain lah, ya. Okay, so I think that's all for today. So thank you for joining to the class. Assalamualaikum and good day to all.
Thank you, Doctor.
Ya, sama-sama.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Doctor.
Ya, sama-sama.